Hello, so today we are going to make this container, this bowl, out of recycled magazines, pages, and masking tape. And essentially, what you're creating is a giant magazine hockey puck. That's what you're creating, but then you can push the layers of your hockey puck to create a bowl. And you can pull them very carefully to create a taller bowl with a shorter bottom, smaller bottom of the bowl right there, and it's a taller bowl. Or you could make the bottom of your bowl a little bit bigger by flattening it out, and then you have a shorter bowl, but it's wider and more sturdy to sit. So the way that you do this is you're going to start with some masking tape and some magazines that I've cut. They're 4 inches wide, or about 4 inches. You want a couple of pieces of masking tape that are about 2 inches long, and then you want one that's about 1 inch. And what you're going to do is take a magazine, fold it in half long ways, crease it, open it up. You're going to bring both edges of this to the center crease. Now, you don't want it to go over the center crease. So when you do the next one, you want the edges of this magazine piece to either be touching each other just a little bit, butting up against each other, or in this case I have them a little bit apart, but you shouldn't have them overlapping. And then you're going to fold this in half like that. And you're going to do that again and again and again. So let me show you one more time how to do this. You're going to take your magazine piece, you're going to fold it in half long ways, crease it, open it up, bring this edge in towards the center crease without overlapping the center crease. Then the other edge into the center crease without these two edges overlapping, and then you fold it in half. So you're going to take these, and you can sit and make a bunch of these for a little while and then tape them and roll them all together, or you can do a couple at a time, tape and roll, a couple at a time, tape and roll. So then you're going to put the two ends together, and you're going to take one of these 2-inch pieces of masking tape and tape them together and wrap that around the other side. And you're going to start twisting this into a spiral, and when you first start, it's going to be the tiniest little spiral that you can make. And the spiral needs to be very tight so that you don't have any holes that you can see in between these layers, that they're really tight and close together. So you're going to roll very tightly. Now the magazine's going to start wrinkling, and you're just going to force those wrinkles flat and into the spiral as if they don't even matter. So don't let them mess up your spiral. Just spiral and roll right over the top of those wrinkles, because those are inside and no one's going to see those. What everybody sees are the edges. So these wrinkles that kind of happen as you roll, cover them up with the spiral and no one will know. And just keep the spiral nice and tight as possible. So once I get a pretty decent thickness, then I can start rolling it in my hand, if I like that better than rolling on the table. And just making sure that this is very... Alright, so when you get to the end, if you don't have any more magazines folded, then you're going to take this little bit of masking tape that you have, this 1-inch piece, and you're going to gently tape this closed. Just gently. My masking tape at the end of it isn't even folded over. And then you're going to fold some more of these magazine pieces. And then when you're ready to attach them, you gently pull this off very carefully, always keeping the spiral closed and tight. Don't let the spiral go. And then you take your next piece, tape it to the end, and then take one of your 2-inch pieces and tape it down. So that little 1-inch piece held this piece down for me, and now I'm just going to roll very tightly and keep going. And this spiral is going to get bigger and bigger, and I challenge you to see if you can make yours bigger than mine, your hockey puck bigger than mine. Now if you have some that are already put together and folded, and they're just ready to be taped on and rolled on. Then you don't need a little piece of masking tape to hold. You can just take your next piece, put it here, take your 2-inch masking tape, wrap it around, and then keep rolling. Now when I roll, I like to pull on it and then keep rolling, and then pull on it and make sure it's nice and a tight spiral, that there's very little gap between the pieces of magazine. A new piece, and this is all it is you just keep going around and around and around with new pieces of magazine over and over again. You don't want to let go of the spiral and have it come unrolled. And as I roll, I like to pull and make sure it's super tight. But sometimes if you don't tape it securely enough, when you pull on it, it comes undone. The magazine piece comes off, and then you mess it up. So you want to make sure you've taped securely the pieces and wrapped it around so it won't come off. So my next piece, until it's as big as time allows. And then the great thing about this container is you can keep working on it over the years. Actually, you can. I've been working in this for 3 years, and I had it was probably about this big when I started, and then I added more and added more, and you can just keep adding more and more as you like and make your magazine bowl bigger and bigger and bigger until you have the size that you like. And once time is over and we don't have any more time to work, then you'll tape the end of it like I did here. You'll tape the end closed, and then you'll be finished. And you can add more at home if you like. So this is it, and then I would just tape the end. And if you're worried that you'll get yours mixed up with your neighbors, take a Sharpie marker and write your name on the tape here on the edge. And that's what we're creating, a recycled magazine container.